Freeze! You're all under arrest!
Let the sushi hit the fan! Unleash the power of Kabuki Man!
Kabuki Man!
Smut Cave, Smut Cave, Smut Cave, Smut Cave. Cinema, screenwriting, the gentle interplay of light and shadow, mise-en-scène. All of them and more are explored here in the Smut Cave. I'm your host, the Spelunker, and we're taking things a step deeper today. Not long ago, I interviewed Lloyd Kaufman, founder of Troma Entertainment and creator of many interesting characters and scenarios. Well, today we're here delving within Lloyd's mind and plucking one of those characters out and presenting him for the world to see. I'm proud to announce that I'm joined here by Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD.
In the flesh, baby. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's so great to have you here, Sergeant Kabuki Man. This is just a wild, hallucinatory, sensory overload.
I feel the same way. I've been a fan of the Smut Cave for decades, and it's an honor to be within your bowels today.
It's an honor to have you as well. I feel like we're two sovereign web series, like ships passing each other in the night. You, of course, being the host of Kabuki Man's Cocktail Corner.
Sure, we're crashing into each other.
That's right.
Seas are getting a little stormy tonight on the interwebs.
So, Sergeant Kabuki Man, you are a New York City sergeant detective who gained the powers of a Kabuki master from Japan. Are you an immortal being? Are you invincible? What's the deal?
It's a mix. It's a good mix. You know, I got my powers from making out with a man. If you've seen my first movie, Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD, I did make out with a Asian man who spit worms into my mouth, and I imbibed his Kabuki spirit. It was passed on from generation to generation. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Supposed to go to his daughter, actually. He was supposed to make out with his daughter, but instead he made out with a New York City police officer. And here I am, 25 years later, Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD, in the house.
That's great. So you went right to the source. You skipped the daughter.
It was a bumbling series of mishaps that, you know, I was trying to help out the locals. There was a shooting, and I was in the wrong place, or the right place, at the wrong time.
Right, you've been in a number of Troma productions, making a number of cameos with other Troma legends. Do you have a favorite Troma moment that you've had throughout the years?
That's a tough question. It's a very, very deep history. But I gotta say, my adventures at the Cannes Film Festival definitely have been up there. Did a documentary called I'll Love You Can, which we can probably show a few clips. Give you a few clips there.
Troma! Reculez, s'il vous plaît. Troma! Troma! Yes, yes! It's our press conference.
There are two guys from your...
But there's more of us. Troma! We have a press conference! Important press conference!
Doug, Kabuki Man, be careful.
But I got to meet the locals, interact with the French general public, which was mixed reviews.
Fuck! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Come on!
C'est bon, lâche-moi. C'est bon, il filme tout, lui. Je vais passer un peu.
Casse-toi avec ta caméra.
Allez, dégage.
Rachid.
The French are always like that.
Yeah, you know, it's if you're not Jerry Lewis, you know, it's a hit or miss situation. But they love that Jerry Lewis. They do love that Jerry Lewis.
Let's talk about guns, because I know police love guns. I feel like if there's ever a situation that needs police attention, they'll respond with guns, shooting guns at things until things stop moving. How do you feel about guns, Sergeant Kabuki Man?
I feel the same way about guns that I feel about drugs, which is bring them on! Come on! Give me all the guns and drugs you got. I'll fucking play with that shit till no end. I could shoot things, I could sniff it, I could smoke it, I could snort it, I can put it in my butt, whatever. I mean, guns and drugs. Excluded and included, you know? It's also being a police officer, you have unlimited access to both, which is, you're not supposed to say, but, you know.
But we all know.
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious at this point, the unlimited access and power the police have. As a superhero, I try to keep it in check as much as possible, but the pig in me always is going to come out.
Should all people have guns, drugs, and alcohol right now?
Yes. Depends on what you do with them, I would say, but you know, it's everyone's right to figure that out. You know, that's why everyone should have the guns to protect themselves from the people who are not using the alcohol and the drugs correctly. You know, I mean, if drugs weren't illegal and people were able to do whatever they wanted with them, then there wouldn't be any reason to have guns because, you know, people are using the guns to fight the drug trade, right?
You know, I never thought about it that way, but you're absolutely right.
And, you know, it would thin the herd because the people who don't know how to use the drugs will fuck themselves up and die, probably. The people who do know how to use the drugs turn out like Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD.
So we're just furthering along natural selection, just making it that much more easier and accessible.
Quicker. Just let's get to the fucking point. We're ruining the earth. So let's just let everyone have guns. Let everyone have drugs. Let everyone drink in the streets and let's see what happens. Let's see where we go. Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD for President 2017! Or 18, whatever. I don't pay attention to politics. But I'm running. I am in the running.
You've got my vote.
There we go. Got one.
Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD, I'll ask you the question that I ask all of my guests, which is, what is the worst thing you've ever seen on the internet?
There was a video where a guy sat on a mason jar.
What is it? One jar, one ass?
One man, one jar.
One man, one jar.
One man, one jar, yes. He was probably building up and trying to fit other things in there, and he got to the point where he could fit a mason jar, which is about that wide, and it's, you know, like that, like yay tall, and you know, he got the rim up there, and he sat on it, you know, he got it like about that, and then he put the pressure on, and it shattered inside his ass, and he's got, it was a bad situation. But then he continued, and it didn't like immediately jump up and shut the camera off. He's like, it's kind of sliding around on it and trying to, you know, to make sure that you get the full effect. It's like, if I ruin my asshole, at least it's on camera.
Right, at least it's on the internet for all to see.
There's that, and then this, something I haven't seen personally, but my producers say, Lemon Party?
Lemon Party, yes. Lemonparty.com.
Lemonparty.com. So there's a website. Is it a whole website devoted to it, or is it just one thing there? Or?
It's both, actually. So it is the whole website, but it's just this one powerful image. It almost looks like a Renaissance painting of these elder statesmen, I guess you would call them, pleasuring each other. I believe urine is involved.
That's the lemon. I was wondering where the lemon
Yes, it's not the fruit. So what can we expect from season 2 of your show, Sergeant Kabuki Man?
Season 2 of Kabuki Man's Cocktail Corner. Coming up, we're actually in production right now. We're going to have you, Spelunker and Smut Cave on the show. And we actually already had you. You made a cameo. We were shooting an episode a little bit earlier, and we had the creator and writer of I Love Rock and Roll, Mr. Alan Merrill, on the show. And he's an amazing dude. He actually let us sing the song that he wrote. Royalty free.
So that would be okay. We could premiere a clip from that right now.
Yeah, let's do it right now. Check it out.
Singing, I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So come on, take your time and dance with me.
Well, what do you say, Sergeant Kabuki Man? Should we hop in that 77 Ford Thunderbird and take a drive over to the cocktail corner?
Yeah, let's take a drive.
Great.
Let me finish when I drink. I'm driving, so.
All right. I'm the designated guy who sits next to you.
I've had that car for 25 years, and it's never got a scratch in it, so we're gonna be good.
Great.
Let's hit it.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Smut Cave, Smut Cave, Smut Cave, Smut Cave.